Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths Revision Classes by Karthik sir. Now today we are going to continue with pairs of linear equation in two variables, and in this I will discuss elimination method. Substitution method has been already discussed in the previous video. Now let's take up elimination method. Now let us take an example. We need to solve these two equations. Equations are 3x minus 5y minus 4 equal to 0 and 9x equals to 2y plus 7. Now let's see how we can do this. I'll first take up the equations. Equations are 3x minus 5y. Let me write it equal to 4 like this. This is our equation number 1. And 9x minus 2y equals to 7. This becomes our equation number 2. Now in this method, what we need to do is, we need to make the coefficients of one of the variables in both the equations equal. So in the first equation we can see that the coefficient of x is 3, and in the second equation the coefficient of x is 9. I need to multiply the first equation and second equation by appropriate numbers in order to make their coefficients equal. Now the best method to do that is to multiply the coefficient of x in the second equation with the first equation, and to multiply the coefficient of x in the first equation with the second equation. Let's see. So the coefficient of x in the second equation is 9. So I will multiply the first equation by 9, and I will multiply the second equation by 3, the coefficient of x in the first equation. So here what I am doing is, I am multiplying the first equation by the coefficient of x in the second equation, that is 9, and I am multiplying the second equation with the coefficient of x in the first equation, that is 3. So multiply first by 9 and second by 3. Now on multiplying we will get 9 3s is 27x minus 5 9s are 45y equals to 36. This becomes our equation number 3. And multiplying the second equation by 3 we will get 9 is a 27x minus 6y equals to 7 3s are 21. This becomes our equation number 4. Now I will subtract these two equations. Now by subtracting, I will eliminate one of the variable, that is x, and will only be left with the one variable, that is y. And it is very simple to solve a linear equation in one variable. So we will solve for y and get the value of y. Okay, so let's subtract these two equations. Subtract 3 and 4. So the equations are 27x minus 45y equals to 36, and 27x minus 6y equals to 21. So on subtracting, the signs will change. Plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. This gets cancelled. What is left? Minus 45 plus 6y. So this becomes minus 39y equals to 36 minus 21, that is 15. So here y comes out to be minus 15 over 39. This is simplified. This can be simplified by 3. So this becomes 5 and this becomes 13. So we got y equal to minus 5 by 13. Now since we have got the value of y, we can put it in first or the second equation in order to get the value of x. So let me just do that. Let me take a first equation. First equation is 3x minus 5y equals to 4. You will note down the left hand side. I need space to write. So I'll put the value of y here, 3x minus 5 times of minus 5 by 13 equals to 4. Now I'm simplifying. This becomes 3x plus 25 by 13 equals to 4. I can shift 25 by 13 on right hand side. So this becomes 3x equals to 4 minus 25 by 13, which is equals to 13 is LCM, 52 minus 25. So 3x equals to, this becomes 7 and 27 by 13. Alright, so x becomes equals to 27 by 13 into 1 by 3. Now this is cancelable by 3. So x we got 9 by 13. So we got the values of x and y. X is 9 by 13 and y equal to minus 5 by 13. Now here we eliminated x. We can also eliminate y. In that case we needed to multiply the equations. The first equation by minus 2 and the second equation by minus 5. Coefficients of y. Let us see some more examples in order to understand this. Alright, let's take up a word problem and we'll solve this word problem using elimination method. So the question says the sum of digits of a two-digit number is 9. Also 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digits. Find the number. Alright, so let me first form the pair of linear equations for this word problem. So in this we will assume that let unit digit of number be x and the 10th digit let it be y. So I have assumed the unit digit of the number to be x and the 10th digit of the number to be y. So we can write down the number. The number can be written in expanded form by 10y plus x. 10 times the 10th digit plus 1 times the unit digit. So the number can be written as 10y plus x. Now we will also write the reverse number, means the number obtained by reversing the order of digits. So the unit digit will become now y and the 10th digit will become x. So the number on reversing the digits, it will be 10x plus y. So we have all the information here. The unit digit is x, 10th digit is y. Number can be written as 10y plus x in the expanded form. And the reverse number can be written as 10x plus y. Now, according to the question, the question says two things. One is that the sum of the digits of the two-digit number is 9. It simply implies that x plus y is 9. This is our equation number 1. And secondly, it says that 9 times this number. So we can write down like this, 9 times this number, that is 10y plus x, is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digits. So the reverse number is 10x plus y. So this is equals to 2 times the number obtained by reversing the digit. It is 10x plus y. Now we will modify this linear equation in two variables in the general form. So this becomes 90y plus 9x equals to 20x plus 2y. So I can write down this equation as 9x minus 2y. Sorry. It's 9x minus 20x equals to 2y minus 90y. Now this can be written as minus 11x is equals to minus 88y, or we can simply say that x is equals to 8y. This is our equation number 8. So our first equation is x plus y equal to 9 and the second equation is x equals to 8y. Now in order to do it by elimination method, I will just write this equation like this: x minus 8y equals to 0. Let's say this is our third equation. Now we will try to solve x plus y equal to 9 and x minus 8y equal to 0 using elimination method. Let's see how we can do that. So I am rubbing the left hand side. So here we will multiply. Let's eliminate x here. We don't need to multiply here any quantity since the coefficient of x in both the equations are already same. So here there is no need to multiply. We will just subtract these two equations in order to eliminate x. So let's subtract first and third equation. Subtract 1 and 3. So on subtracting we will get x plus y equals to 9 and it is x minus 8y equals to 0. On subtracting the signs will change, plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. This gets cancelled and we are left with y plus 8y, that is 9y equals to 9, or y is equals to 1. So we got y equal to 1. Now since we have got y equal to 1, we can put it in any of the first equation or the third equation in order to get the value of x. So I will write x plus 1 equals to 9, or x is equals to 8. So we got the values of x and y both. X is equals to 8 and y is equals to 1. We assumed that our unit digit was x and our tens digit was y. So the number is 18. So we will write down here. Required number equal to 80. Since our unit digit was x and our tens digit was y. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let us take up cross multiplication method. Alright students, so let's take up the next method, that is cross multiplication method, to solve a pair of linear equations in two variables. Now it's a special kind of elimination method only, in which we will try to eliminate one of the variables and try to find out the value of x and y in terms of coefficients of the other terms in the linear equation in two variables. Let's see and derive the formula for cross multiplication method. Let me assume our two equations to be a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Let me call this as first equation and this as second equation. Now what I'll do is I'll try to eliminate one of the variables of these equations, either x or y. So let us eliminate x here. So in order to eliminate x, I need to multiply the first equation by a2 and I need to multiply the second equation by a1. Let's do that. Multiply 1 by a2 and the second equation by a1. So on multiplying we will get a1 a2x plus b1 a2y plus c1 a2 equals to 0, and here we will get a1 a2x plus a1 b2y plus c2 a1 equals to 0. Let me call this equation as third and this as fourth. Now what we will do, we will subtract these two equations, and in doing so we will eliminate the variable x. So let's subtract these two equations. Subtract third and fourth. So third equation is a1 a2x plus b1 a2y plus c1 a2 equals to 0, and the fourth equation is a1 a2x plus a1 b2y plus c2 a1 equals to 0. So on subtracting, the signs will change. The plus will become minus and minus will become plus. This becomes minus, this becomes minus, this also becomes minus, and that is already 0. Okay, so these two gets cancelled. We are left with b1 a2y minus a1 b2y plus c1 a2 minus c2 a1 equals to 0. Now here I can take y common, so I am left with y common. This becomes b1 a2 minus a1 b2, and let's shift these two quantities or these two terms on the right hand side. So I'll get a1 c2 minus a2 c1. So from here I can write the value of y can be written as a1 c2 minus a2 c1 upon b1 a2 minus a1 b2. Now there is no need to mug up this value. I will tell you how to find out this by a short trick. So there is no need to mug up this, but we should know how to derive this. So that's why we have covered the derivation of this. Now similarly I can eliminate y and in order to find x. So we will do that also. So now let us eliminate y in order to find the value of x in terms of other coefficients. So now we will multiply first equation by b2 and second equation by B1. Let's do that. On multiplying first equation by B2, we will get A1 B2x plus B1 B2y plus C1 B2 equals to 0. And on multiplying the second equation by B1, we will get A2 B1x plus B1 B2y plus C2 B1 equals to 0. Now let us just subtract these two equations right away as we did earlier. So this becomes minus, and this also becomes minus. This will not get cancelled. So these two gets cancelled, B1 B2y and B1 B2y minus B1 B2y, they get cancelled, and we are left with A1 B2x minus A2 B1x plus C1 B2 minus C2 B1 equals to 0. Now on further simplifying this, I will take up x common. This will be A1 B2 minus A2 B1 equals to, let's shift these two terms to right hand side. So this will be C2 B1 minus C1 B2, and we got the value of x as A1 B2 minus A2 B1 divided by C2 B1 minus C1 B2. So again, there is no need to mug up this value. I'll tell you a method in which we can find these very easily by cross multiplying. So let's take up that next. So I hope this derivation is clear to everyone. You will note down the content by pausing the video. Alright students, so now let us see how we can get to those formulas which we have just derived. What we will do, we will take up these two equations. These are the general forms of the equations. A1x plus B1y plus C1 equal to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equal to 0. Now three things we will write down. One is x, one is y, and the third thing is 1. Now we will write down something in the denominators of these. So what I will do is, on writing below x, I will eliminate the coefficients of x and I will write down the coefficients of y and the constant term. So on eliminating coefficient of x, we are left with b1, b2 and c1, c2. So we will write down here b1, b2 and C1, C2 like this. Let me just put an equal to mark also here. Now similarly, on writing below y, I will eliminate the coefficients of y and I will write down in the going cycle, in the complete cycle, that is the cycle turns out. The cycle goes from A to B to C. So on eliminating B, the next term is C first. So I'll write down C1, C2. And then coming back to A1, A2. So make sure you got to go in the cycle, and the cycle starts from A and ends at C, and then continuously goes from A, B, C, and so on. A, B, C, like this. Alright, so now on writing below the constant terms, I will eliminate the constants, and after C I will get A. So again I will write down A1, A2, and then there is B1, B2. Now these three things we need to write down, and that's pretty simple. I am repeating that On writing coefficients below x, we will eliminate the coefficients of, or we will hide the coefficients of x and write down the coefficients of y and constant term, that is b1, b2 and c1, c2 in the correct order, that is a, b, c. Then on writing below y, we will hide the coefficients of y, and after y we get constant terms, so we will write down first c1, c2 and then we will come to a1, a2. And similarly on writing below the constant term, that is 1, I will eliminate or I will hide the constant terms. I will hide the constant terms and I will write down a1, a2 and b1, b2. Now we need to cross multiply like this. b1 will be multiplied by c2 and b2 by c1. c1 by a2 and c2 by a1. a1 by b2 and a2 by b1. So we can easily write down this equation, that is x divided by, we multiply b1 c2 and then a minus sign, minus b2 c1. So b1 c2, b1 will be multiplied by c2, cross multiplication, and minus b2 into c1. Similarly we will do it in case of y. So we will be divided by y divided by c1 a2 minus c2 a1. c1 a2 minus c2 a1, and this is equals to 1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now the fact that we have got this ratio of x, y and 1 in terms of coefficients, we can easily find the value of x and the value of y. So I'll equate the first and third ratio in order to get x. So x is equals to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, and similarly we will get y by equating the second and the third ratio. We get y is equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Now you can compare these values with the previously derived values and you will find out that these values are same as the previously derived formulas. Alright, I hope this is clear to everyone. And now let's take up a question in order to solve using cross multiplication method so that it is clear to everyone. Alright students, let's take up a question and I'll try to solve these two linear equations in two variables by using cross multiplication method. Now first and foremost thing that we need to understand is that we need to write down the equations in the general form in order to apply that formula. So let's write down the equations in general form. The equations are 2x plus y minus 5 equals to 0, and we have 3x plus 2y minus 8 equals to 0. These are the two equations in general form. Now we will simply write down x here equals to y equals to 1. Now over x I will hide the coefficient of x and I will write down the coefficients of y and the constant term. So I will write down 1, 2, minus 5 and minus 8. Now similarly, on writing below y, I will hide the coefficient of y, and in the correct order, I will write down first minus 5 and minus 8 and then 2 and 3. Now similarly on writing below 1, I will hide the constant terms and write down 2, 3 and 1, 2. Now we just need to cross multiply like this in order to form the ratio equation. So the equation becomes x by minus 8 into 1, that is minus 8, minus 2 into minus 5, that is minus 10. 1 into minus 8 minus 2 into minus 5 equals to y divided by minus 5 into 3, that is minus 15, minus 8 into 2, that is minus 16, and this is equals to 1 over 2 into 2, that is 4, minus 3 into 1, that is 3. Now further simplifying, we will get x by minus 8 plus 10, that turns out to be 2, y by minus 15 plus 16, that is 1, and equal to 1 by 1, that is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. Alright, so equating the first and the third ratio, I will get x equals to 2, and equating the second and the third ratio, I will get y equal to 1. So x equals to 2 and y equals to 1 is the solution to this question or these equations. I hope this is clear to everyone. Once you know how to get these ratios, it is very simple to find out the values of x and y. Alright students, let's take up another word problem and we'll try to solve this using cross multiplication method. The question says the area of a rectangle gets reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5 units and breadth is increased by 3 units. In the second case, it says that if we increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, area increases by 67 square units. Find the dimensions of rectangle. Alright, so here there are two things. One is the length of the rectangle and the other is the breadth of the rectangle. Let me assume the length to be x and the breadth to be y. So according to the question, now the area will be x into y, the length into breadth of the rectangle. So according to the question, the first case is the area is reduced by 9 square units if its length is reduced by 5. So length is reduced by 5 and the breadth is increased by 3. Area is reduced by 9. The initial area was xy and it has been reduced by 9. Length becomes x minus 5, breadth becomes y plus 3. Increased by 3 units, decreased by or reduced by 5 units. Now let's try to simplify this equation. This equation becomes xy plus 3x minus 5y minus 15 equals to xy minus 9. xy and xy gets cancelled from both the sides and we are left with 3x minus 5y is equals to 15 minus 9, that is 16. Sorry, that is 6. 15 minus 9 is 6. So this is our first equation. So the first equation is 3x minus 5y equals to 6. Now let us find the second equation. Second equation says that if we increase the length by 3 units and breadth by 2 units, area increases by 67 units. So increasing the length by 3 units, x plus 3, and the breadth by 2 units, area increases by 67 units, xy plus 67. Initial area was xy and we have added 67. Now on further simplifying, this becomes xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6 equals to xy plus 67. Again xy and xy gets cancelled and we are left with 2x plus 3y equals to 61. Equation number 2. So both the equations are 3x minus 5y equal to 6 and 2x plus 3y equals to 61. We will try to solve these two equations using cross multiplication method. You may note down the question as well as this content by pausing the video. I need to rub in order to solve this question. Alright, so let's write down both the equations in the general form. And the equations are 3x minus 5y minus 6 equals to 0, and the second equation is 2x plus 3y minus 61 equal to 0. Now we will apply cross multiplication method. I'll write down x upon y upon and 1 upon. So we will write down x coefficients in order to write below x. It is minus 5, 3, minus 6, minus 61. Then in order to write below y, we will write down the coefficients of y and we will write down minus 6, minus 61, and then there is 3 and 2. And in order to write below 1, we will write down the coefficients, we will hide the constant terms and we will write down 3, 2 and minus 5, 3. Alright, so now we just need to cross multiply things, these numbers, like this, as we did earlier. So this becomes x divided by minus 5 into minus 61. That turns out to be 305 minus 18 equals to y divided by minus 12 minus 61 into 3, that is 183, so minus 183, it's minus 61 into 3 equals to 1 divided by 3 3s are 9, 2 into minus 5, that is minus 10. Let's recheck our calculations. X divided by minus 5 into minus 61, that turns out to be 305 minus 18, y divided by minus 12 minus 183, and 1 divided by 9 minus 10. So now the equation becomes x upon 305 plus 18, that turns out to be 323 equals to y divided by minus 12 plus 183. So this turns out to be 3 minus to 1, 8 minus 1 is 7, minus 171, sorry, it will be a plus 171 because it's minus 12 plus 183 and equals to 9 plus 10, which is 19. 1 by 19. Now from here I can easily find out the values of x and y. So by equating the first and the third equation, or third ratio, sorry, x is equals to 323 divided by 19. So now this, I think this is divisible by 19. So x is equals to 19 ones are 19. And we are left with 19 sevens is 133. So x is equals to 17 and y is equals to 171 over 19. Again this is 9 times, so y is equals to 9. So we got the values of x and y, that is length is 17 units and the breadth y is 9 units. I hope this is clear to everyone. So we have completely covered the elimination method and the cross multiplication method, and we have already covered substitution method in the previous video. So this completes all the algebraic methods of solving linear equations in two variables. Next we will try to take up the graphical method, and we will try to do the other topics that are the consistency of the equations and equations reducible to linear equations in two variables. I hope this is clear to everyone. Thanks a lot and see you in the next video. That's it.